And here we go. This tag team match is going to be heated, to say the least.
Guys, there's nothing like a good old-fashioned tag team match.
A lot of times you see champs dial it back a bit when the title's not on the line, but I don't expect to see that from her here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the arm's trapped. Ring rattling.
Oh, man, what a leg drop.
Oh, and a knee, and another.
Just endless knee strikes. Here's a tag. Opponent off the ropes.
Big backdrop. In May of 2017, SmackDown Live saw an incredible women's tag team match when Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch squared off against welcoming committee members Natalya and Carmella. The rivalry between these women got so intense that
She goes for the cover. She goes for the quick pin. All too easy for Natalya to escape.
It's gonna take more than that.
I think only a group as treacherous as the welcoming committee could bring Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair back together. Natalya's power set the tone for the match and gave her team an advantage. That was until Carmella's overconfidence let the Irish last kicker turn the tide and get back into the match. And then it was elementary from there for the Irish-born superstar.
Naomi did an excellent job of making sure any quote-unquote committee nonsense cost her girls the match. Once Becky Lynch got Carmella locked in the disarmor, there was nothing for the Staten Island Princess to do but to tap out. And it didn't take long for that to happen.
The Empress of Tomorrow wanted to begin her WWE career at NXT because that's where women's wrestling is being revolutionized, and she wanted in.
With all due respect to NXT and the rise of that group of superstars, when Asuka made the jump to the main roster, the lights became brighter and the competition more fierce.
Backdrop suplex. I want to follow up on Byron's interesting point about Asuka's move to the main roster. Corey, you wrestled around the world, but you understand when you come...
I knew it was only a matter of time. Oh no, I don't like Asuka's chances in this one.
Natalya now in a little bit of trouble. She doesn't want this lack of momentum to snowball.
wow. Boom, what an elbow. She's almost there. Just a...
Oh, and she makes the tag.
And not a moment too soon, Michael.
Charlotte is one of the most devastating and innovative submission moves ever in the form of the figure 8 leg lock, a move that combines technique and athleticism.
Axe handle finds the mark. Big slam.
Michael, you touched on how the figure 8 is amazing. Well, Rick's move was already great, and Charlotte used her own amazing core strength to add a bridging element with even more punishment.
Yeah, Ric Flair may be the best ever, but he never had the flexibility to add a headstand to his figure 4. Well, maybe after a late night out, but never in the ring.
She is on fire.
No, she's too quick for her. She's getting closer. There it is. She's made the tag.
And her partner is on absolute fire right now.
Sometimes you'll see a smile on Ronda Rousey's face, but that changes.
Asuka with a kick downstairs.
It's not done.
No, there's the reversal. Oh, backing it up. Takes her down.
Wow, nice move right there.
She goes for the cover. Easily kicks out of that one. Too soon. Byron, Corey described Ronda's judo philosophy, and with her extensive combat background, how does her past translate to competition and WWE.
Well, Rousey is learning that her skills can make her a dominant force in WWE, but she still has to remember that there are moves she's never felt in an octagon and rules that make those moves perfectly legal as well. Oh, right on the arm.
Not good. She's on the defensive now. We've certainly seen her withstand worse in the past, though.
The good news is that if it gets too out of control, she has her partner she can tag in while she catches her breath in the corner.
Here's a warning for the women facing Asuka. Stretch, because if you're not stretched out beforehand, Asuka, she'll help you out with that. A submission artist and a striking specialist, she can either kick your lights out or, for good measure, snap your arm off.
Ronda Rousey, super kick!
But can she follow up?
Asuka looks like she wants to win early. Oh, man, they don't even seem hurt after that.
Asuka always does her Japanese ancestors proud.
And again, Corey mentioned Asuka knocking her opponent's lights out. You don't want to be overzealous. You have to be passive with someone like Asuka because one kick can end it all.
I'd be surprised if anyone can recall their match with Asuka, because once you've been kicked that hard, it's pretty hard to remember.
Oh my goodness, crushing it. She's on the defensive now. You can see her partner wants to get tagged in here.
I don't know how much longer she can go on absorbing all this punishment. She needs to find a way to make it to her corner and make the tag.
In a tag team contest, a superstar and partner lock up against another duo. Unless there's a special stipulation added to the match, the traditional rules of a singles match apply in terms of winning the match via pinfall, submission, countout, or disqualification. Oh man, she's rolling now.
In a standard tag team match, one competitor's in the ring against an opponent, and their teammate, Ronda Rousey's done playing.
Beautiful technique.
Now that's what I call...
She goes for the cover. I can't believe it. He just kicked out.
She's still in this one.
And the slam. Ronda Rousey got out of there in time.
Hooked up and...
Ronda Rousey is, of course, one of the most famous athletes in the world. More so, she's one of the most famous stars in the world. And she got that way by...
This could be it.
Ronda Rousey not in the best shape here, guys. We've got to cover. I thought that was it.
Right now, I just don't know what it's going to take.
Look at Asuka stalking her. She's countering nicely now.
Yeah, a second ago, she was almost done. Look at her go. Ooh. We know what this is. It's a stampede.
Ground of the Heart Dungeon in Calgary.
Asuka getting ready here. Looking for all the glory here. Nailed it. There goes the official.
Not gonna lie, that one hurt. And Charlotte was able to get out of danger there.
Lucky for her.
The submission specialist, Natalya.
Oh, yeah, Natalya. This is a Hart family tradition.
Sharpshooter applied. That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
Natalya began competing in singles action and formed a dominating alliance with Beth Phoenix soon after the Queen of Hearts was part of the debut season of E's Total Divas reality show and added a red carpet correspondent to her resume.
Natalya returned to managing and led Tyson Kidd and Cesaro to WWE Tag Team Gold before reinvigorating her singles career, which included a classic match for the NXT Women's Championship against Charlotte. A driving force of the women's revolution today, Natalya's goal is to dominate the women's division.
Of all the lessons Charlotte Flair has learned from her father, becoming the dirtiest player in the game may be the most vital. And it's made her an even more entertaining competitor.
Got the reversal.
Oh man, she's rolling now.
Bam!
That's just Charlotte proving her dominance once again.
Another great tag team match here tonight. I don't think the tag team scene has ever been hotter here in WWE.
Setting up T-Bone.
We've seen some great tag team action over the years here in WWE, and I can attest that this is no different.
Natalya says, not this time.
Charlotte turns it around.
Nice move. Ooh, what impact.
How these superstars are even still in this match is beyond me, especially given how intense the match has been.
And she turns it around on her.
Asuka's trying to get in her opponent's head.
Oh my goodness, crushing it. Here's a setup. From behind.
Natural selection. Wow, she's fought her way all the way back here.
She goes for the cover. 1, 2.
Ronda Rousey got out of there in time.
She's taken to the floor when she can be ever so dangerous. Charlotte is going up.
Look out!
She's got the skill and the stamina to really do some damage here.
She shows signs of life.
She's showing a lot more than that.
When she gets in attack mode, look out. Oh, going to the top, high risk.
Charlotte is measuring.
She's on her last legs.
Look at this!
Oh, look at it.
I'm not so sure Natalya should be strutting around like this. At least not yet.
She is on fire!
Here she goes, back in the ring now.
Natalya says, not this time.
Here it comes.
Neck breaker.
Ouch. Knee drop.
That was nasty. So precise.
She counters before it's too late.
There may be no coming back from this incredible beatdown.
She's turning the tables.
Ain't turned yet. Still got some work to do. And here comes Charlotte.
And it's Natalya with the reversal.
A knee drop. Incredible impact.
Charlotte with a nice reversal. Going for it all here.
Specific Perfectly targeting the leg. And that one does the job.
It definitely dropped her, but I'm not so sure it's over yet.
Gets out of the way of that one.
I think she's trying to prove a point here.
Sit-out powerbomb.
Man, she knows how to make a comeback.
This might be it. Oh, my.
Harsh impact.
Comes in off the tag. This might be it. Oh, my.
Yeah, she's a little bundle of energy right now.
I don't think there are two teams I'd rather see square off against each.
Here she comes on the counter.
We'll see if she can turn things around. Look at her go.
Suplex.
Now, she just needs to finish her off.
She goes for the cover. And this has got to be it. 1, 2. Real close. Too close for comfort.
Wow, there's a perfect example why they call her the Empress. A heart the size of an empire.
A lot of pride on the line here in this tag team encounter, but only two of these competitors will end up getting what they came for, the win.
She looks for it once again. Boom! Kick! Man! Corey, check this out.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And she goes down hard.
That'll leave a mark.
Ooh, what impact! Will it be? 1, 2, 3!
A win like that says a lot about a duo.
We've got some time to take another look at some of the highlights from that one.
Look at her go. Who could forget this? Remember this? And here's how she finished this thing.